Nityanandam. Welcome to the celebration of Paramashivaratri Brahmotsavam with the divine grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, here in Adi Kailasa Nityananda Pita Sarvagnya Pita at the Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva. We are celebrating the second day, first ritual of the Brahmotsavam. The Shatmurty Abhishekam. In the early morning, the Utsava Vigraha of Shri Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta, Shri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, and the Utsava Vigraha of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Shri Nityananda Paramashivam, is offered the Abhisheka, the sacred bath. Before they come out to all of us, we have the opportunity to see their Abhishekam. Let us get ready to offer the Abhishekam here to the Somaskandamurti. It is a time to center yourself and offer your prayers at His Divine Lotus feet. Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, before us today, is a living embodiment of Paramashiva. He is the celebrated deity of the main deity of the Brahmotsavam, of the main deity of the temple, Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, Swayambhu Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva. The Abhishekam is an offering of an outpouring of all of our love and the essence of all of our lives. All of the richest items are prepared to be offered unto the deity. The experience of the Abhishekam is also a way of maintaining and cleaning the deity as a Tirumeni, as the holy body of Paramashiva himself. The herbs and the dravyas that are applied and offered onto the deity are refreshing, cleansing, and also deeply aromatic. They give a beautiful fragrance. We will now begin the rituals for the Shatmurty Abhishekam. नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमां नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रीनितिलधृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः तदा नो दुष्टारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषां अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय। ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोतैषवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः। यात इषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः शिवा शरव्या यातवतया नो रुद्रमृडया याते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवाशन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशं तहस्ते बिभर्षस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गुंसीः पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अद्य वोचदधिवक्ताः प्रथमो देव्योऽभिषक् अहीगश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असो यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रिता सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेड ईमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः। नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीडुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरार्तियोर्जां याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा अवतत्यधनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षसतेषुधे निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भवा विज्यं धनुःकपर्दिनो विशल्यो भानवागुम् उता अनेसन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः याते हेतिर्मीडुष्ठमहस्ते बभूवते धनुः तयास्माद्विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधायानातताय दुष्णवे उभाभ्यामुदते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अतो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निदेहितम् शम्भवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय नित्यानन्दाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वरबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्पिञ्जराय त्विषीमते नमो 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 भब्लुषाय विव्याधिनेन्नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशाय पवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तथा विने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्तपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृतायौषधीनां पतये नमो नम उच्चैर्घोषाय क्रन्दयते पत्नीनां पतये नमो नमः कृत्स्नवीताय धावते सत्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिनाव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वंचते परिवंचते स्तायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः श्रिकाविभ्यो जिगाकुं सद्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमः सिमद्यो नक्तञ्चरभ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नमः उष्णीषिणे गिरिशराय कुलुञ्जानां पतये नमो नमः इषुमद्यो तन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आयच्छद्यो वृषुजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो सद्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आशीनेभ्यश्च यानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो बन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यश्वपदिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविद्यन्तीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः उगनाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रिभ्यः सङ्ग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यश्वपदिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च व्युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिबिभिष्टाय च नमो मीडुष्टमाय चेषुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे चाजिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीभ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय च वस्वन्याय च नमः श्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय च बगल्भाय च नमो जगन्याय च बुध्नियाय च नमः सोऽभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्षाय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेनाय चासुरथाय च नमः सूराय चावभिन्दते च नमो वर्मिने च वरूतिने च नमो बिल्विने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो दृष्णवे च प्रमृजाय च नमो धूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिने चेषुधिमते च नमः तीक्ष्णे च वेचायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पत्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सूद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाड्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वर्ष्याय च वर्ष्याय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईद्रियाय च दप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्मियाय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च ॐ नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय चारुणाय च नमः शङ्खाय च पशुपतये च नमः मो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च व्युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिपिविष्टाय च नमो मीरुष्टमाय च शुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृद्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नम आशवे चाजिराय च नमः शीघ्र्याय च शीभ्याय च नम ऊर्म्याय चावस्वन्याय च नमः श्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय चापगल्भाय च नमो जगन्याय च बुद्न्याय च नमः सोऽभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नम उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्षाय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेनाय च असुरथाय च नमः सूराय चावबिन्दते च नमो वर्मिने च वरूधिने च नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो दृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो धूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिने चेषु धिमते च नमस्तीक्ष्णे च वेचायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पत्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सूद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाड्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वर्षाय च वर्षाय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नम ईद्र्याय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्म्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च ॐ नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय चारुणाय च नमः शङ्खाय च पशुपतये च नम उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वदाय च दूरे वधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमः स्तीर्त्याय च कूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च पार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाड्याय च नमः षष्प्याय च फेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाक्याय च नम इरिन्याय च प्रपत्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयनाय च नमः कबर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमः स्तल्प्याय च गेट्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्याय च नमः पागुंसव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नम ऊर्म्याय च सूर्म्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णशज्याय च नमो गुणमानाय चाभिघ्नते च नम आखिडते च प्रखिडते च नमो वक्किरिकेभ्यो देवानागं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नम आनिर्हतेभ्यो नम आमीवत्केभ्यः द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां मा भेर्मा रोमो येषां किं च नामवत् याते रुद्रशिवा तनु शिवा विश्वाह भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृडजीवसे हिमागुं रुद्राय तपसे कवर्धिने क्षयध्वीराय प्रपरामहे मतिं यथा न समषद्विपथे चतुष्पथे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् वृडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृधि क्षयद्भीराय नमसा विधेमते यक्षं च योश्च मनुरायजे पिता ततस्यामतव रुद्रः प्रणीतो मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षं तमुतमान उक्षितं मानो वदीः पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोकेतनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषुरीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितोपदीर्हविश्वं तो नमसा विधेमते आरार्ते गोग्नौ तपूरुषग्ने क्षयध्वीराय सुम्नमस्मे ते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधिशदेव ब्रूह्यदा च नः शर्म यच्छद्विबर्हा आह स्तुहि श्रुतङ्गर्तसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रं मृडाजरिद्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेना आह परिनो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणक्तु परित्वेषस्य धुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरामगवद्भ्यस्तनुष्वमीढ्वस्तोकायतनयाय मृडया मेरुष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहि विगिरिदविलोहितनमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगं हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन्निवपन्तु ता सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः ताशामीशानो भगवः पराचीनामुखा हृदि सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्यां तेषां सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि. It is the favorite offering of Bhasma, the vibhuti that is being offered to Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva. Bhasma is the favorite of Paramashiva. It is worn by all the Shiva Bhaktas. It represents the truth of consciousness. Bhasma reminds us that we are consciousness, that we are Paramashiva. When we apply it on ourselves, we remind ourselves the same, that we are Paramashiva. It is the sacred ash that reminds us that all that we desire, all that we work so hard for all of our lives, the body, name and fame, having a beautiful body, having an intellect, whatever it is that we are driving ourselves endlessly to achieve, all of it will come to an end, will come to its own completion. It is Bhasma that represents this truth, that everything will become ash. But how it represents consciousness is that it represents that which will never go away. Consciousness will never go away. It is Nitya, eternal. It will never cease to exist. And we are consciousness. Ash also has another quality, that after something has been broken down into ash, into such fine particles, there is nothing more that it can become. It is the last thing that something can become. Hence it represents also the permanence of what is that which is permanent within us, consciousness itself. So that is why we apply bhasma on our body, on the forehead, in the form of a tripundri, as a charya, as a lifestyle in Hinduism. And as Paramashiva is Bhasma Priya, the one who loves the bhasma, as he is wearing it all over. It is said that his body is completely besmeared with bhasma. as a reminder to us, as a celebration of the ultimate truth that we are consciousness. The Bhasma Snan and the offering of the Bhasma onto oneself or onto the deities, whether it is in the form of Kriyapada, offering to the deity as a ritual, or whether it's a form of Charyapada, offering it onto our own body and cleansing our own body with the Bhasma and the higher spiritual truths. Paramashiva describes all these in the Agamas, in the Archanangavedi Patalas and the Snanavedi Patala of the Srimad Purvakamika Agama. Sahasrani sahasrasho ye rudra adibhumnyam teshagum sahasrayo jane vadhanvani tanvasi asmin ahantyarnave entarikshe bhava adhi nilagriva siddhikantha asarva adaha kshamachaраha nilagriva siddhikantha divagum rudra upashritaha ये सस्पिंजरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखाशक्कपर्दिनः ये अन्नेषु विविन्त्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् ये पतां पतिरक्षय ऐलभृताय व्युदः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति श्रुकावन्तो निषङ्गिनः य एतावन्तस्य भूयागुंसस्य दिशो रुद्रावितस्तिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयो जने वधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां ये एन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नं मातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर्दशोद्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु ते यन्विष्णो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितं वोचं भेदधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकविबन्धनान् मृत्योन्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नो यो अप्सय ओषधीषि यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टु हि यस्विषुः सुधन्वा यो विश्वस्य क्षेति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वा महेशो मनसाय रुद्रं नमो देवमसुरं दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजोऽयं शिवा विमर्शनः ये ते सहस्रमयुतं पाशामृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वान् वयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि सदा शिवों शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। धूरसि धूर्वधूर्मन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वदितं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामसि सस्नितमं वप्रतमं जष्टुतमं वह्नितमं देवहूतममस्तमसि अविर्दानं नृगम्हस्वमाह्वा मित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्ष्यर्मा संविक्ता मा त्वा हि कुंसिषुम्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति परवतवर्तनी देवी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव श्री रामदास स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। धूपमाग्रापयामि। बुद्धि स्वजातवेद भग्निं निर्दिं मम वसुगुष्यमख्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दश मानो हि कुंसीर्जातवेदो गामस्वं पुरुषं जगत् अभिप्रदग्न आगहि श्रियामा परिपातय। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति पर्वतवर्तिनी देवी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव रामनाथ स्वामिने नमः। सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। दीपं संदर्शयामि। ओम मधुवातारतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीरसुन्तोषसि मधुरक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्योरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुवागुमस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु मधु मधु। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति पर्वतवर्तिनी देवी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव रामनाथ स्वामिने नमः। सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यानन्तरम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि। ओम निराजनम्। ओम तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिव प्रचोदयात्। ओम गणाम्बिकाये विद्महे महातपाये धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात्। ओम हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति पर्वतवर्तिनी देवी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव श्री रामनाथ स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि। रक्षान्धारयामि। बृहत्सामक्षत्रवृद्धविष्टियं दृष्टभौजस्सुभितमुग्रवीरम् इन्द्रस्तोमेन पञ्चदशेन मध्यमिदं मातेन सकरेण रक्षान्धारयामि। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवच्छ्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्. Thank you for joining us. To learn more about how you can become an e-citizen and sign up yourself to become a free citizen of Sri Kailasa, scan the QR code that is being projected to you now. Join us in all of the celebrations of the Paramashivaratri Brahmotsavam. Stay tuned. In a few moments at 8 a.m. Indian Standard Time, we will be offering the Yagashala Puja, the offering to the sacred fire. Thank you, Nityanandam.
प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Mahants, Sri Mahants, Kotaris, Tanedars, sitting with us live through Sadhana TV, live through Janashri TV, live through Lotus News Channel, and live through Nityananda TV, and through two-way video conferencing all over the world, celebrating MahaParamashivaratri. Nityananda Sangha all over the world is simultaneously celebrating Shivaratri Mahotsava in hundreds of places at the same time. Now I can see many of our temples, ashrams, the cities and ashrams I could see now connected with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha, Toronto Kailasam, Oklahoma Somanatham, Seattle Chidambaram, Ohio Prayag, Nityananda Nagaramu Hyderabad, Redondo Beach, and Kaliamman Temple Penang, San Jose Madurai, Paris Kalighat, Vancouver Bhubaneswar, Phoenix Kanchipuram, New York Varanasi, Los Angeles Arunachalam, Singapore Singapuram, Charlotte Srisailam, Paris Home Temple, Johns Creek Georgia, Kuala Lumpur Palani, Oman Sivagangai, Rajapalayam Dhyanapedam, Selayang Malaysia, Warrington UK, Pobrad Slovakia, Santa Fe New Mexico, Ahmedabad Gujarat, Devon UK, Mitras Mexico, Bogota Colombia, Mill Valley, Vairavangoil, Mumbai, Mulund, Hong Kong Sirgari, East London UK, Mumbai Dhyanapitham, San Diego Tiruvalavai, Devon UK, Montreal. I bless you all and I welcome all of you on this auspicious Shivaratri celebration. and of course everyone who is here in the Rajya Sabha. I welcome all of you for this great Shivaratri celebration. Nityananda Publications is releasing the following e-books on this auspicious MahaShivaratri day: Kalpataru, The Science of Powerfulness; Mahabharata, Realizing Your Ultimate Reality. And Nityananda Vidyapeetham is releasing 11 CDs on parenting sessions. Space of listening, love and attachment, responsibility, parenting and education, anger in children, health, intelligence, violence, teen and tantrum, and lifestyle. We are also inaugurating the second Bala Vidyalaya in Slovakia today in Pobrad. We are on the exact auspicious hour of Mahadeva assuming form from his formless space. We are on the exact time of MahaShivaratri. Nights if you sleep well, you will wake up. Waking will happen if you sleep well in the nights. Tonight, if you don't sleep, awakening will happen. This night is used for experiencing awakening. I really want to define awakening. Please listen. Having the right understanding about you. Having that understanding as a basic cognition for your every functioning, whether the functioning of your body, functioning of the mind, functioning of your intellect. Having this right understanding about you as the basic cognition for life is what I call awakening. Today morning satsang I was explaining, you can never worship Mahadeva. You can only part of his team. You can only experience him. You can become him. Because to worship something you need to know about that and know about you. Only then the relationship can be established. Neither you know what you are worshipping, neither you know who is worshipping. Neither you know what you are worshipping, nor you know who is worshipping. Then how can worship happen? In our case, neither we know whom we are worshipping, nor we know who is worshipping. That is why I say worship can never happen. Bringing the right context to you about you, bringing right understanding about you to you. Is what I define as inner awakening. Please listen. When you do not have the right understanding about you, you don't know what is good for you, what is bad for you. You don't know what is right for you, what is wrong for you. You don't know who is right for you, who is doing wrong things to you. Understand, if you bring the right context about you to you. I insist on this again and again. Few days before somebody told me, this whole science of completion is going above my head. No, only incompletions can go above your head, not completions. Not completions. Look in. Bringing right context to you, bringing right understanding about you to you. Today I wanted only this one message to become part of your very inner space. Bring right understanding about you to you. Most of the time, the concepts, ideas, rules we think are necessary for survival, which we impose on others. Like, if you work this many hours, this much of money I will give you. If you do this, I will do this to you. If you do this work, I will give you this favor. The rules you impose on others, unfortunately, when you do not have the right context about you, you start imposing that on you. Listen. imposing the rules you created on others, the rules you created for others on yourself is what I call self-blackmailing. Please listen. If you set a rule for others, if you work this many hours, this much I will give you money. Slowly you start believing. In your life also you start playing the same game with yourself. If I do this, this has to happen. If not, I am not going to cooperate. Sometime, even if it is your own responsibility, you start living based on the rules, based on the games you created for your own convenience. That's the worst part. If you are master of dice, play with others and win, that is at least okay. But you became such a great master, you start playing with yourself and trying to win. When you start playing with yourself and trying to win, whether you win or lose, you lose. Understand, I am talking a very important, subtle truth. Not having self-blackmailing patterns is tapas. Means you will express all your peak possibility. Mahadeva is embodiment of no SBM, no self-blackmailing patterns. Please understand. Many times for various reasons, you start telling, oh, if I work more than 5 hours, I will become tired. Don't give me more work. When you try to act as a victim to others, you start believing that and you start using that same ideas and blackmail you. Most of our diseases are self-blackmailing. If you just complete with those self-blackmailing patterns, you will do extraordinary things which other human beings can never do. Understand? On this great Shiva's night, I wanted to introduce this one principle to all of you: self-blackmailing. Just like self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, this self-blackmailing is another one important negative pattern. Understand, any restricting principles you strongly believe and start adopting it in your body and mind and lifestyle becomes self-blackmailing patterns. any restricting principle which you strongly believe and adopt it in your body, mind and lifestyle. In your body, mind and lifestyle becomes self-blackmailing pattern. I am not only going to talk about the problem, I am going to talk about the solution. Understand, when you are complete with these self-blackmailing patterns, when you cross these self-blackmailing patterns, even if life brings a mess to you, you will make message out of it. If life brings test to you, it will become testimony for you. If life brings trial to you, you will make it triumph. If life tries to make you a victim, you will have victory. Understand, the antidote for self-blackmailing is inner awakening, bringing the right context about you to you. The best introduction you can have about you to you. The right introduction you can have about you to you. How much ever it feels difficult. See, even if you have to catch a bus, go in the town bus, local auto, walk in the late night, you have to reach your house. Because you don't walk in the late night in the darkness, you can't land up in somebody else's house. Even though you strongly think it is very difficult, you have to have right introduction about you. That is life. The right introduction I'll give for you about you is this one word, Shivoham. Constantly meditate on it. Whether you walk or catch a town bus or local auto or share auto or roll on the ground, you have to reach the house. So whether you struggle with incompletions or get angry with yourself and others or get angry with Mahadeva or me, the straight truth has to be told. This is the right introduction I can give for you to you. Shivoham means wherever the idea I exist, the I is experience, all that is Shiva. I am not saying, when I use the word Shivoham, I am Shiva. I am saying whoever is feeling I am, they are all Shiva. If you feel you exist, you are Shiva. If you feel the Aham, you are Shiva. However difficult the incompletions may look, however long the incompletions may take to complete, how much ever you may be enjoying your incompletions and vasanas, understand, you can rest, you can be at your best only when you understand, have the right introduction about you to you. The most important person you need to meet in your life is you. Only that will solve all the conflicts. All the conflicts in the life is between creativity and sustenance. All conflict, whether to put our energy in creating or maintaining, whether to put our energy in expansion or managing. All conflict in the world is between Brahma and Vishnu. Creativity, creator and maintaining, maintenance engineer. It's a manufacturer and maintenance guy. These two guys always fight. Always the maintenance guy finds fault with the manufacturer. Always the manufacturer blames the maintenance guy. Conflict between these two is eternal. That is what the story says. Conflict between Brahma and Vishnu. There's a lot of beautiful meaning. Brahma, the Lord of Saraswati, knowledge. Vishnu, the Lord of Lakshmi, wealth. Neither wealth nor knowledge could catch Mahadeva's head or feet. Going up is Rajas, going down is Tamas. Brahma goes up, Vishnu goes down, both can't reach Mahadeva, who is in between, Sattva. If your incompletion is pushing you towards creating or maintaining, be informed, you are going to be in the space of incompletion forever. You need to attend the conflict. If you think, if the manufacturer becomes better, maintenance guy will not have a problem, or maintenance guy become better, manufacturers will not have a problem. No. As long as there is incompletion between these two, you will be in incompletion. As long as the powerlessness is the source for both to happen in your life, you will be in the space of incompletion. This is the solution. Please listen. This is the solution. Just till next Amavasya, means 30 days, less than 30 days. less than 30 days. Constantly bring this one truth, Shivoham, to your cognition. Go on completing with all the incompletions around this Shivoham. Understand? It's a powerful fire. Shivoham is a powerful fire. It may be very small. It may look very small. Your incompletions may look huge. You will think, wow, what are you talking? You don't know about my incompletions. If you get into my inner space and see, then you will understand. I don't release any medicine unless I have done thorough research and development. Understand? Your incompletions may look huge, like tons and tons of cotton. The fire may look too small. Put it and then see. Then you will understand. Put this fire of Shivoham. I am Shiva. Just next 1 month, dedicate yourself. Go on completing with all the incompletions arises when you try to cognize I am Shiva. Go on completing, playing with it. Do it like a small game. See, when you try to cognize I am Shiva, what all incompletions will come? I have a constant back pain. How can Shiva have back pain? My wife is a constant headache. How can Shiva have a headache like this? Whatever incompletion comes up, just complete. Look in. When you started entertaining this kind of incompletions, complete. I am not even saying you need to be completely complete. No, just play with it. Try it out. For a month, I'll tell you, so much can happen just by this one truth, Shivoham. Just this one truth, Shivoham. So much can be done. So much will happen into your inner being. Just with this one word, Shivoham, you can have inner awakening. The inner awakening can happen in you. Again and again people complain, oh Swamiji, we don't have time for meditation, we don't have money for meditation program, we don't have permission from the family to go to meditation program, we don't have so many days holiday. Understand, even if I just make you want to have inner awakening, I tell you, I won the game, somehow it'll happen. I'll make it happen. Even if you just want to have, that's enough. The want to have is powerful enough. Want to have is powerful enough. Understand? Anything you want to have in your life, you are intelligent and intense enough to get it. I am talking to human beings. I know their power. Understand, fortunately or unfortunately, whether you may not know your power, but fortunately I know. I know your power. Same way, just wanting to have inner awakening is, that very wanting is powerful enough. Just this one truth, Shivoham, that one truth is enough. Go on completing with all the incompletions happens in you. Go on completing with all the incompletions happen in you. When you are cognizing Shivoham, understand, cognizing means trying to internalize, think, act from the truth, Shivoham. Your body language will change because your body will change. When you meditate on the truth Shivoham, your body language will change because your body will change. Your mental language will change because your mind will change. The words you utter towards you will change because the very source of you will change. The words you utter towards others will change because the idea about others will change. I am not singing poetry. I am writing prescription. Understand, I am not singing poetry. I am writing diagnosis summary and prescription. In the diagnosis summary and prescription, not only you can't have one word extra, you can't even have one letter extra. It means a single word I am uttering every single word I am uttering is necessary. I am not uttering a single word which is not necessary. In poetry, more and more words and no conclusion is the greatest poetry. In diagnosis summary and prescription, you have to be too precise. I am not writing poetry, I am writing diagnosis summary and prescription. Understand, I am not speaking just because I have to speak. I am speaking for you to wake up. Just this one cognition, Shivoham. Try to cognize. First day you will feel, I am so much bothered about my bank balance, how can I be Shiva? I am so much bothered about the car I am driving, how can I be Shiva? All the time I am worrying about this, how can I be Shiva? All the time I am bothered about this, how can I be Shiva? All incompletions will rise. You don't need to accept those incompletions and you don't need to resist them. Resistance, any resistance will make you powerless, any acceptance will make you lazy. Neither resistance nor acceptance, just handle it. In your life, whenever you resist, you will become powerless. Whenever you accept, you will become lazy. Your whole life is the conflict between the powerlessness which comes due to resistance and the laziness which comes due to acceptance. When you accept, you fall asleep. When you resist, you struggle. Your whole day waking state is struggling, resistance. Your whole night is acceptance, laziness. Stop both, you will be awakened. If you wake up, you will always be sleeping. If you wake up, you will always sleep. If you awaken yourself, neither you will sleep again, nor you will allow people around you to sleep again. Neither you will sleep, nor you will allow others to sleep. Understand? Awakening you is what I call Kundalini awakening. Awakening your inner potential energy is what I call Kundalini awakening. Awakening your inner potential energy. Awakening the ultimate energy in your inner space, waking you up to you. Today, by initiating all of you into this great formula, Shivoham, I am going to awaken your Kundalini Shakti. I am going to awaken your Kundalini Shakti by initiating you into this great formula. I don't want to use the word mantra, I am using the word formula. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Just decide to allow this mantra, this vibration to penetrate your being, your body, your mind, your consciousness, your space, your inner space, your source. Just if you allow this one simple formula, Shivoham, I am Shiva, suddenly you will see so much of energy getting activated into your system. Understand, this formula Shivogam is more powerful than incompletions you are carrying. Fire may be small, but that is more powerful than any tons and tons of cotton. This formula Shivogam may look small, but it is more powerful than any incompletions you carry in your life. This formula Shivogam can awaken your Kundalini Shakti and burn all the incompletions. Lead you to the reality, experientially, to this reality of Shivoham. Please sit straight, just close your eyes, wherever you are. I initiate all of you into this great formula of Shivoham. Namah Shivaya. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham.
மதியாமொரு மறுமத்தலம் பதியாமவன் அதிலே பதிவானொளி மலையாய் நிதம் அருணாச்சலமெனவே அஜோதி எழும் ஈசனை மால் முன்னமரர் ஏற்றி வழிபட்ட நாள் மாசி சிவராத்திரி அம்மற்று
Let the Kundalini Shakti in you all be intensely awakened. Namah Shivaya.
இங்குறைவன் சித்தனென எனதுள்ளே பொங்கி ஒளிர்ந்து வைத்தல் போகமொடு என்றுள்ளே
Kundalini energy in all of you be intensely awakened. Namah Shivaya.
எல்லா உலகம் தகையவியலால் புல்லாவினைகள் குணமாம் புகழீது எது கண்ணுறலால் எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே ஒரு தெரியல்லை உற்று கண்ணுற்றால் கருத்தினால் ஊற கருதினால் உண்மே வருத்தமுறாது வேதாந்த அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் ஆர்க்கும் உண்டாமே அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் உண்டாமே யோசனை மூன்றாம் இத்தலவாசற்கு ஆசருதி பாசமில் சாயுச்சியம் தயக்கும் ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே
என்றுமே அறவோர் அன்பர்க்கு இருப்பிடம் இத்தலந்தான் ஒன்றுவார் பிறக்கின்னாவும் உண்மையர் பன்னோய் துண்ணி ஒன்று நாடு ஒழியும் தீயோர் உரனொரு கணத்தின் நங்கி குன்று அருணை ஈசன்
Namah Shivaya.
கருணார்ணவமாய் கருதக்கதினல்கும் அருணாச்சல சிவமேதா. அதுவே தலம் அருணாச்சலம் தலம் யாவிலும் அதிகம். அது பூமியின் இதயம் அறி அதுவே சிவன் இதய பதியாமொரு மருமத்தலம்.
I bless you all. Let you all experience Shivoham. Let you all experience the reality Shivoham. All the temples all over the world, get ready to do the Abhishekam to the main Nityanandeshwara in each temple. All the devotees gather in the temple, sit in the temple to have darshan of Nityanandeshwara Abhisheka. The Swayambhulinga, the original main deity of Nityanandeshwara, now will be receiving Abhisheka. All of you can gather in the temple to have the darshan of Abhishekam to Swayambhu Nityanandeshwara, and all the devotees all over the world, please continue to be connected through Nityananda TV and two-way video conferencing. Have darshan of Nityanandeshwara's Abhishekam in the temple. Blessings to Los Angeles for offering 118 Naivedyams. And I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಧ್ಯಾನ
Nityanandam. Welcome to the Paramashivaratri, MahaParamashivaratri Brahmotsavam. Today we are celebrating the second day of this very grand Utsavam. We begin today's ritual with the Abhishekam to Somaskandar Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva. with the divine grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, we have successfully began the MahaParamashivaratri Brahmotsavam. It is a 12-day festival celebrated around the MahaParamashivaratri, the singular event, the cosmological event of MahaParamashivaratri. Today is the second day. The 8th day is the MahaParamashivaratri, that is coinciding with the 18th day of February, and occasion of the year for humans to realize Paramashivoham, to be Paramashiva. Paramashiva lays out the whole procedure and the observances that an individual, a seeker, should take when observing the Paramashivaratri. All of these days is a beautiful preparation. The Brahmotsavam itself is a beautiful preparation, preparing our devotion, preparing our minds and bodies to receive Paramashiva on that very night of MahaParamashivaratri. Now we are going to begin the Yagashala Puja. Paramashiva is worshipped in all the 5 physical elements. In fire, Agni; in water, Jala; in earth, the deity, the Bimba; in the air, through the Vedic chants; and in the space itself, through the sounds that the chants make, as well as the very inner space and the consciousness of Paramashiva. When one puts themselves in the space of Paramashivoham, the whole space around them energizes and raises itself to Paramashiva. When one chants the Veda mantras celebrating Paramashiva, the very prana which he breathes makes the air around them energized. When one invokes Paramashiva in the Agni and worships, the fire element within him and around is rejuvenated and energized. When one worships Paramashiva in the water element in the Kalasha, all the Jala, water elements, are purified, nourished, and rejuvenated. Then when one worships the deity of Paramashiva, the deity itself being the Achavatara, one realizes that his very own body is also Paramashiva. These are all the beautiful possibilities that Paramashiva gives us through the Kriya Pada, the ritualistic part of the entire Agama. Now we are going to begin the Yagashala Puja, the Shiva Mula Mantra Homa. The Shiva Mula Mantra is a divine mantra that is passed on from Paramashiva as the Guru in your life to the disciple. It is done through a very immersive and intimate initiation known as Shiva Diksha, Samaya Diksha, which is also part of the Kriya Pada of Agama. Paramashiva describes beautifully how one can relieve themselves of the lower level desires that put us back into the karmic bondage and raise themselves to desire Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, the experience to be Paramashiva. The Shiva Mula Mantra is incantated for a multiple of 10 times, and then in the ratio of 1:10, the offerings are made into the Agni. Paramashiva is invoked into the Agni through the Acharya's very own body. The prana or the life energy is visualized in front of you as the Agni, and through the prana the energy is taken into one's body and invoked back into the Agni in front of them through the process of pranayama, establishing oneness with the Agni before you. We will now begin the Yagashala Puja, the Shiva Mula Mantra Homa, with the preliminary rituals of Vigneshwara Puja, Guru Puja, and the Varuna Puja, the Punyahavachanam. It is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's meticulous work to micromanage the whole rituals of the temple. All of the rituals are micromanaged personally by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And all of the rituals are done by the third eye awakened disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Get yourself ready to go through the Yagashala Puja.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमां नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्री निट्लकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः तथा नोदुस्तारं चिरधिपनिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते आचम्य ओम शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं श्रीवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये प्राणानायम्य ममोपात समस्त दुरितक्षेद्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं अद्य करिष्यमाण सकर्मणः अविघ्नेन प्रथमाप्यर्थम् आदौ श्री विघ्नेश्वर पूजां गुरुपूजां च करिष्ये अपौपस्पृश्य सकलीकृत्य ओम गाम अनंताय नमः ओम गाम धर्माय नमः ओम गाम ज्ञानाय नमः ओम गाम वैराग्याय नमः ओम गाम ऐश्वर्याय नमः ओम गाम पद्माय नमः पद्मस्योपरि गाम गणपत्यासनाय नमः ओम गाम गम गणपति मूर्तये नमः एकदन्तं शूर्पकर्णं गजवक्त्रं महोदरं पाशाङ्कुशधरं देवं ध्यायेत् सिद्धिविनायकं कामं विद्यादेहान्मङ्गलं नेत्रेभ्यो नमः। ओं गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आरच्छन्मन्नोतिभिस्तेसादरम् ओं गं गणपते नमः। ध्यायाम्यावाहयामि त्यावाहनस्थापनसन्निधानसन्निरोधनदिग्बन्धन अवकुण्ठनताळत्रयधेनु पाशाङ्कुशनमस्कारमुद्राः प्रदर्श्य। ओं गं गणपते नमः। गं गणपते सुधा गं गणपते स्वाहा गं गणपते नमः। स्नानं समर्पयामि स्नानानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। वस्त्रयज्ञोपयुक्त उत्तरीयाभरणार्थम् इमानि पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ओं गं गणपते नमः। गन्धान् धारयामि गन्धस्योपरि हरिद्रा कुङ्कुमं समर्पयामि। गन्धस्योपरि पुष्पाणि पूजयामि। गं भवस्य देवस्थानमहं गं ईशस्य देवस्थानमं गं ईशानस्य देवस्थानमं गं पशुपतेः देवस्थानमं गं उग्रस्य देवस्थानमं गं रुद्रस्य देवस्थानमं गं भीमस्य देवस्थानमं गं महतोर्देवस्थानमं गं सिद्धिविनायकस्वामिने नमो नमः। नानाविधपरिवल्लपत्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ओं गं गणपते नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि दीपं सन्दर्शयामि। ओं गं गणपते नमः। अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यान्तरम् आत्मनं समर्पयामि। ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। ओं गं गणपते नमः। मङ्गलनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि। रक्षान् धारयामि। ओं गं गणपते नमः। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि। ओं मूलमन्त्रमिथाशक्ति जप्त्वा ओं गुह्यादिगुह्यगोप्ता त्वं ग्रहाणास्वकृतं जपं सिद्धिर्भवतु मे देव तत्प्रसादात्मनाधिप। जपं समर्प्य ओं वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ अविघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा इति सम्प्रार्थ्य ओं हृत्पद्ममासनं दद्यात् सहस्रारच्युतामृतैः पाद्यं चरणयोर्दद्यात् मनस्तु अर्घ्यं निवेदयेत्। तेनामृतेन आचमनीयं स्थानीयं तेन स्मृतम्। आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्यात् गन्धः स्यात् गन्धतत्त्वकं चित्तं प्रकल्पयेत् पुष्पं धूपं प्राणान् प्रकल्पयेत् तेजस्तत्त्वं च दीपार्थं नैवेद्यं स्यात् सुधाम्बुधिः। अनाहतध्वनिर्घण्टा वायुतत्त्वं च चामरं सहस्रारं भवेत् छत्रं शब्दतत्त्वं च गीतकम्। नृत्तमिन्द्रियकर्माणि चाञ्चल्यं मनसस्तथा सुमेखलां पद्मभालां पुष्पं नानाविधं तथा अमायाद्यैर्भावपुष्पैरर्चयेत् भावगोचरम्। अमायमनहङ्कारमरागं ममदं तथा अमोहगमदं पञ्च अद्वेष अक्षोभकौ तथा माचर्यं मलोभं च दशपुष्पं विदुर्बुधाः अहिंसा परमं पुष्पं पुष्पमिन्द्रियनिग्रहः दया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं ज्ञानपुष्पं च पञ्चमम् इति पञ्चदशैर्भावपुष्पैः सम्पूजयेत् भगवन्तं श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवम्। ओं ह्रीमे तत्पाद्यं सर्वते जयसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमेश्वर्यः सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमदम् आचमनीयं सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमदम् स्थानीयं सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमदम् वस्त्रोत्तरीयं सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय नमः। ओं ह्रीमेशगन्धः सर्वदेव देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमदम् सचन्दनपुष्पं सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमदम् सचन्दनबिल्वपत्रं सर्वदेव देवीस्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय नमः। ओं ह्रीमेशधूपः सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमेशदीपः सर्वदेव देवीस्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय नमः। ओं ह्रीमदं शोभकरनिवेद्यं सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमदं बाणार्थकं सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय ओं ह्रीमदं पूर्णाचमनीयं सर्वते देवसुभा भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमेश्वराय नमः। ओं कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भों भवानी सहितं नमामि। सर्वदेवते सर्वाभूते श्री नित्यानंद पुरुषान् मंगल नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि। ओम गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। खण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्तकर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदान्येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्री जगन्नाथो मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरुः मम आत्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ईश्वर गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलवचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। ओम ओम शुक्लां प्रधरं विश्वं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तयेत् प्राणानायम्य। ममो बात समस्त दुरितक्षद्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद पुरुष प्रीत्यर्थं नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति समेत नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं शुभे शुभरे मुहूर्ते ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतिमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभकृतनाम संवत्सरे उत्तरायणे लक्ष्मी वेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतु शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वराभिन्न स्वरूप परशुपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमन्य तुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमधार भूत द्राविड़ वेद प्रवक्तरे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समुदिग्ध मुक्तामय चतुर्श्रयान गीयमान नक्षत्र चामर श्री नकाहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा विजयापवर्ग वर्ष विश्राणजीमूत परमतकलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षमन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिना अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरी योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्यरचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्रे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव संभूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव संभूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव संभूत श्री महागणपति समारंभानवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्ममुक्ति स्वर्गबल स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपाकटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध बल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलवाप्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं च महापरमशिवरात्रि ब्रह्मोत्सवाख्ये कर्मणि द्वितीये अहनि प्रातः काल यागशाल पूजाख्य कर्म करिष्ये अपौपस्पृश्य ओम नमो व्रातपते नमो गणपते नमः प्रपदपते नमस्तेस्तु लंबोदराय एकदंताय विघ्नविनाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्ते नमः आवाहित श्री सुगम विघ्नेश स्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि शोभनार्थे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय च सकलाराधनेश्वर्चितं यथास्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि। ओम मम अनंताय नमः धर्माय नमः ज्ञानाय नमः वैराग्याय नमः ऐश्वर्याय नमः पद्माय नमः पद्मस्य प्रियं वरुणासनाय नमः वरुणमूर्तये नमः नागपाशधरं हृष्टं रत्तोखज्जुति विग्रहं शशाङ्कधवलं ध्यायेद्वरुणं मकरासनम् ओम वरुणाय विद्यादेहाय नमः वरुणनेत्राभ्यां नमः ओम इमं मे वर्णश्रुतिः मध्याचमृडया त्वामवस्यूराजगे तत्त्वायामि ब्रह्मणा वन्दमानः सदाशा आस्ते यजमानो हविर्भिः अहेडमानो वरुणे हवोद्युर्षिकं समान आयुप्रपोषीः ओम वरुणाय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि यावाहनस्थापन सन्निधान संरोधन दिग्बन्धन अवकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनो मकर नमस्कार मुद्राः प्रदर्श्य ओम वरुणाय नमः ओम वरुणाय सुधा ओम वरुणाय स्वाहा पाद्याचमनार्घ्यानि दत्त्वा ओम वरुणाय नमः तारं समर्पयामि तारानन्तरम् आचमनं समर्पयामि वस्त्रयज्ञविदुत्तरीयाभरणार्थयुमानि पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि ओम वरुणाय नमः गन्धान् धारयामि गन्धस्योपरि हरिद्राङ्गुमं समर्पयामि गन्धस्योपरि पुष्पाणि पूजयामि ओम वरुणाय नमः ओम प्रतेशे नमः ओम स्वरूपिणे नमः ओम वामपते नमः ओम मकरवाहनाय नमः ओम जलाधिपते नमः ओम पाशहस्ताय नमः ओम तीर्थराजाय नमः ओम वरुणाय नमः नानाविधपरिमलपत्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ओम वरुणाय नमः धूपमाग्रापयामि दीपं सन्दर्शयामि ओम वरुणाय नमः नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यान्तरम् आचमनं समर्पयामि ओम जम्भकाय विद्महे पाशहस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो वरुणः प्रचोदयात् ओम वरुणाय नमः मङ्गलनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि ओम जो वां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पां प्रजावान् पुष्पान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अवां पुष्पं पुष्पां प्रजावान् पुष्पान् भवति एवं वेद यो वामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि। मूलमन्त्रमिताशक्ति जप्त्वा ओम गुह्यादिगुह्यगोप्ता त्वं ग्रहाणास्वकृतं जपं सिद्धिर्भवतु मे देव तत्प्रसादात् जलाधिप जपं समर्प्य ओम अस्मिन् पुण्यः विसर्जपकर्मणि सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः। भवद्भिर्नज्ञातः पुण्यं पुण्याहं वाचयिष्ये ओम वाचिताम् उमापः शिवापः सन्तो ओम गन्धाः स्कन्धाः पान्तो ओम सुमनसः सोमनस्य वस्तो ओम अक्षतम् अक्षतं चारिष्टहं चास्तो ओमन्वाहार्यः सौमन्वाहार्योऽस्तो ओम दक्षिणाः स्वस्ति दक्षिणाः पान्तो बहुदेयम् अस्तो इडा देवहोर्मण्डलीग्निर्बृहस्पतिरुक्तामधारे विश्वे देवा सोक्तवाच पृथिवीवा तर्मामाहिकं सेर्मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुमतिष्यामि मधुमतीं देवेभ्यो वाचमुद्यासकं सुश्रोतेन्या मनुष्येभ्यस्तमा देवा अवन्तु शोभायै पितरोन्मदन्तो मनस्समाधीयतां समाहितमनस्मः प्रसीदन्तु भवन्तः प्रसन्नाः स्मः। शान्तिः अस्तु तुष्टिः अस्तु पुष्टिः अस्तु अविघ्नम् अस्तु आयुष्यम् अस्तु आरोग्यम् अस्तु अचलमैश्वर्यम् अस्तु गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभं भवतु। ऐशान्यां बहिर्देशे अरिष्टनिरसनम् अस्तु आग्नेयां यत्पापं तत्प्रतिहतम् अस्तु सर्वाः सम्पदः सन्तु सर्वशोभनं भवतु। पुण्याः कालो वाचिताम् पुण्याहं भवन्तो भ्रुवन्तो ओम पुण्याहं स्वस्ति इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु स्वस्तिं भवन्तो भ्रुवन्तो स्वस्तिः विद्यास्महव्येर्नमसोपसद्य मित्रं देवं मित्रधेयं नो अस्तु अनुराधान् हविषा वर्धयन्तः शतं जीवेम शरदस्य वीराः रिद्धिं भवन्तो भ्रुवन्तो कर्मरिध्यताम् वृद्धिः समृद्धिः अस्तु, पुण्याः समृद्धिः अस्तु, शुभं कर्म अस्तु, महादेव प्रियतां भगवान् महादेवः। ओम हिरण्यवर्णाशितयः पावकायासु जातः कश्यपोयासीन्द्रः अग्निया गर्भं दधिरे रूपास्तान आपश्यग्स्योरा भवन्तु या सा कुम्राजा वरुणो जातिमध्ये सत्यानृते अवश्यन्दनानां मधुश्च योजाः पावकास्तान आपश्यग्स्योरा भवन्तु। शिवे नमः चक्षुषा पश्यता पश्यव्या तनोपस्पृशत्वचं मे सर्वागम अग्निगुं रप्सितो भवे वोमयि वर्चो बलमोजो निधत्त पवमानस्तु वर्जनः पवित्रेण विचर्षनिः यः पोतास्मनात्मा पुनन्तमा देवजनाः पुनन्तमनबोधिया पुनन्त विश्व आजवः जातवेदः पवित्रवदे पवित्रेण मनाहिमा शुक्रेण देवदीद्यते अग्ने कृत्वा क्रतो गुमृणो यत्ते पवित्रमर्तिषि अग्ने विततमन्तरा ब्रह्मत्तेन वनीमहे उभाभ्यां देवसवितः पवित्रेण सवेन च इदं ब्रह्म पुरीमहे यः पावानीरध्येति ऋषिभिः संवृतगुम्रसं सर्वगं सबूतमश्राति स्थितितं मातरिश्वना पामानीर्यो अध्येति ऋषिभिः संवृतगुम्रसं तस्मै सरस्दीदुहे क्षीरकं सर्पिर्मधुतकं पामानी सस्यनीः सुदुगाहि कृतश्रुतः ऋषिभिः संवृतोऽर्थः ब्राह्मणैः समृतगुं हितं येन देवाः पवित्रेण आत्मानं वनते सदा तेन सहस्रधारेण पामान्यः वनन्तु मा प्राजापत्यं पवित्रं सोऽद्यामगं हिरण्यं तेन ब्रह्मविदो वयं पूतं ब्रह्म पनीमहे इन्द्रस्वनीति समापनातो सोमस्य स्यावरणस्वीचा यमो राजा प्रमृणाभिपुरातमा जातवेदा मूर्जयन्त्यापनातो भूर्भुवस्वः तच्छंयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवे स्वस्तिरस्सुरः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जगातु भेषजं सन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शंचतुष्पदे ओम शांति शांति शांतिः सकलतीर्थादिपितं वर्णमिथास्थानप्रतिष्ठापयामि शोभनार्थे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय च सकलाराधनेश्वरचितं स्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि। अपवित्रः पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थाङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेच्चाम्भमीशानं सवाक्याभ्यन्तरश्रुतिः मां शिवास्त्रा नमो महाभघोरास्त्रा नमः पाशुदास्त्रा महामृत्युङ्गरास्त्रा वहं व्योमास्त्रा नमः भूर्भुसुरं भूर्भुसुरं भूर्भुवः स्वः। ओम हामनन्ताय नमः धर्माय नमः ज्ञानाय नमः वैराग्याय नमः ऐश्वर्याय नमः पद्माय नमः पद्मस्योपरि ओम हां शिवासना नमो हां शिवमूर्तये नमः। ओम इन्दुनिभपञ्चमुखहस्तदशयुक्तं शोलप्रकटङ्कमसिवज्रमभयं स्यात् पाशवरदाङ्कुशमनिज्वल नवामे श्वेतकमलासन सदाशिवस्वरूपम्। ओम हां हों विद्यादेहा नमो हों नेत्रेभ्यो नमः। ओम हां हों शिवाय नमः। ध्यायाम्यावाहयामि त्यावाहितो भव स्थापितो भव सन्निहितो भव सन्निरुद्धो भव अवकुण्ठितो भव सुप्रीतो भव सुप्रसन्नो भव सुमुखो भवतो भव प्रसीद प्रसीद स्वामिन् सर्वजगन्नाथ यावत् पूजावसारकं तावत् त्वं प्रीतिभावेन कुम्भेऽस्मिन् सन्निधीकुरु। महामृदयाय नमः ह्रीं शरते नमः ॐ शिखायै नमः ह्रीं कवचाय नमः ॐ नेत्रेभ्यो नमः ॐ हः अस्त्राय नमः। अस्त्रेण संरक्ष्य कवचेनावकुण्ठ्य ओषणन्तमूलेन धेन मुद्रयां प्रतीकृत्य मूलेन एकत्वं विधाय महामुद्रया परमीकृत्य नमो मुद्रां पञ्चलिङ्गमुद्रां नमस्कारमुद्रां प्रदर्श्य ओम हां शिवाय नमः ओम हां शिवाय स्वधा ओम हां शिवाय स्वाहा। ओम हां हों शिवाय नमः स्नानं समर्पयामि स्नानान्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि अलङ्कारार्थमिमानि पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ओम हां हों आत्मत्वाधिपते शिवाय नमः ओम हां हों विद्यातत्वाधिपते शिवाय नमः हां हों शिवतत्वाधिपते शिवाय नमः। ह्रीं मनोन्मन्यासनां ह्रीं मनोन्मणिमूर्तये नमः। ध्यायेत् देवीं त्रिनेत्रां शशिनिभवदनां वेदहस्तां दधानां सव्ये पद्मं वरदमपये चाभयं चाक्षमालां दिव्यैराभरणैर्विभूषिततनुं ब्रह्मादिभिः पूजितां देवीमेव मनोन्मणिं प्रतिदिनं कामार्थदायीं शुभां। ह्रीं मनोन्मण्यै नमः। ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहनस्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धन अवकुण्ठलतालत्रय धेनुयोनि नमस्कारमुद्राः प्रदर्श्य महामृदयाय वामिन्यै नमः महामृदयाय वामिन्यै नमः हिंसृते नीलिन्यै नमः शिखाय चक्रिन्यै नमः कवचाय खड्गिन्यै नमः नेत्रेभ्यो पाशाङ्ग्यै नमः ओं हः अस्त्राय गाम्भिन्यै नमः ओं दशाङ्गं कुक्कुलोपेतं सुगन्धं सुमनोहरं माघ्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिष्ठिता धूपमाघ्रापयामि ओं साज्यं त्रिवर्तिसंयुक्तं बह्निना योजितं मया गृहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यदिविरापहं दीपं सन्दर्शयामि मृतोद्भयमृतवर्षीयमृतं श्रावश्रावसम्प्रमाः नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यान्तर्मातरं समर्पयामि गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात् नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशक्तिसमेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि Till now we have offered after the preliminary rituals of the Yagashala Puja, that is the Vigneshwara Puja, Guru Puja and Punyaha Vachanam, we have performed the
After completing the Purvanga Puja of the Yagashala Puja, after invoking and purifying the whole space with the Kalasha Tirtham from the Punyaha Vachanama Kalasha, we are now preparing to do the Agnigaryam. Paramashiva is invoked through the Kriya Pada, where the Agnikaryam Paddhati is described. Paramashiva first says to create the Agni and to worship the presiding deities of Agni, who are namely Vagishvara and Vagishwari. Invoking them in the Agni and then chanting the Astra Mantra and Kavacha Mantras to protect the energies that are invoked. The Agni is lit. Then the Agni is given all of the samskaras that a person will go through in their lifetime. The Agni is literally cared for and brought up like a person from when they are born, how they are fed the small simple foods, how they are taught to speak, how they are taught to learn reading language. All these are ritualistic parts of a person's life, and Hinduism puts that as a ritual itself, done in the presence of a temple or in the presence of Agni and auspicious moments in their life. Those are what are known as samskaras. So all of those rituals are also done for the Agni before the Agni Karyam is offered, before the oblations are offered. Then we invoke our three eyes. We relate and do the Nirikshanam part of the ritual. Sprinkling little water, we purify, chanting, doing the Prokshana. Tapping our hands and creating a sharp sound, we do the Tadanam, and we do finally the Abhyukshanam, offering water, again receiving the Agni. Doing this, we then invoke in the Agni Kunda, the fire pit. We invoke the deities of Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra and Ananta, who are the presiding deities of the Kundam. The Agni Kunda is the very mouth of the gods. It is through the Agni that all the offerings reach to the higher planes, the Bhuva and Suva lokas. Hence, oblations and offerings are made chanting Om Bhu Swaha, Bhu Swaha, making offerings to all the devatas and all the gods in the various lokas. This is the Agnikaryam procedure that we are now going to witness. It is a part of Shiva Diksha that one must always worship Agni. One who has taken the Shiva Diksha from the Guru practices the worship of Agni. If you want to learn more about how you can take Shiva Diksha and become a disciple at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, become a free e-citizen. And learn when you can take the next Shiva Diksha initiation, so that you can also live the lifestyle that Paramashiva gives us, and also the practice of all the kriyas as per the agamas. If you have already taken the Shiva Diksha, witnessing the Agashala Puja and seeing the Agni every day is important. Join us every day, twice a day during this Paramashivaratri Brahmotsavam and offer your respects and be in the presence of Paramashiva in the form of Agni and rejuvenate yourself, as that is a very crucial part of our very lifestyle, to be before Agni, to be before Paramashiva as fire and rejuvenate ourselves.
For centuries, we've sought to understand the essence of life. Is it not what we all yearn to know? What is consciousness, and how is it that sometimes we are aware and sometimes we are not? What happens if our ego or self dissolves completely? Is consciousness present before all experience? We perceive the world as separate from us. But what if it's not? How do we transform the sensory experiences of our brain into the higher dimensional reality of our consciousness? Meditation has been proven to be the path to understanding the nature of our mind. It lets you feel the pulse of reality. The question remains, how much of reality do you wish to perceive?
I'll give you the precise methodology, technology for you to raise, reach, realize, and manifest Paramadvaita, the ultimate oneness, in as simple way as possible.
For centuries, we've sought to understand the essence of life.
On the auspicious night of MahaParamashivaratri, Paramashiva gives in the Mahashivaratri Vidhi, in the Uttarakamika Agama, detailed descriptions on how one should observe the night through ritual fasting and offer puja to Paramashiva throughout the night. He describes in detail the various aspects of the ritual, from the offering of the Kalasha Puja to the offering of the Abhishekam to the Mula Shivalinga, the presiding Shivalinga. It is Paramashiva who manifested himself on this very night as a powerful, infinite shaft of light, a powerful column of fire that goes infinitely into the cosmos, which has no end and beginning. That is represented in all of the temples of Paramashiva as a Shivalinga. The Shivalinga is a manifestation of Paramashiva's form as that very shaft of light. It is the Shivalinga that is the Sakala and Nishkala. It is a manifestation of his formless and form. It is the Shivalinga that through which we will be able to connect with the unmanifest form of Paramashiva also. The Paramashiva who we experience as the very air we breathe, or as the very energy in our body, or as the people around us, or as the very life around us, that unmanifest and beyond, all that is around us as Paramashiva. It is through the Kriya Pada and the worship of the Shivalinga that Paramashiva initiates and guides us and gives us a way to experience the higher truth of Paramashivoham. To learn more about how you can learn these rituals and become an e-citizen and be initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to do these rituals on your own and to learn about them, scan the QR code presented here to take up a free e-citizenship. Now we'll begin the Yagashala Pujas. Please have a deep space of gratitude and devotion as we begin the Yagashala Puja. After the oblations are made for the Shivagni, the final offering, the Purnahuti, is the complete offering. We offer today the Vasodhara Purnahuti, the final offering through the Shirk and Shrava. It is in these the very vessels that are invoked. Ritualistically, these vessels are not just decorations, but they are more deities themselves. The Shirk represents Paramashiva and the Shrava represents Paramashiva Shakti. Together they are touched with darbha, the sacred grass, the grass that can hold darbha is a pure element of nature that can hold tremendous amounts of energy and transfer it. It is used in the Kriya Pada to continuously energize and transfer the energies. Now the Arati is being offered to the Agni, worshipping as Vaishwanara, worshipping the Agni as Vaishwanara. And now the Agni's energy will be submerged into the water's energy, and that is there in the Kalasha. The deity that you see on the top is a Kalasha pot decorated beautifully with a Vastra, the cloth, and a coconut representing the head of the deity. The Kalasha is decorated as a deity and worshipped as Paramashiva and Paramashiva Shakti. The two Kalashas are the Pradhana Kalasha and the Vardhini Kalasha. They sit upon the Panchasana Vedika. Paramashiva manifests with all his Anga Devatas and all of the Avarana Devatas that govern the whole cosmos. We worship all of them in the Panchasana and invoke Paramashiva. Now the Acharya, after that, after invoking and worshipping Agni, in Paramashiva and Agni, the water is submerged into the Kalasha. Energy is submerged into the Kalasha through ritual, and the now the Acharya will be offering the puja to the Kalasha.
नीराजनं संदर्शयामि। ओम हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात्। नीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि ओम यो पां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशवान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अपां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशवान् भवति य एवं वेद यो पामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांतिः ओम तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु शिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम नित्यानंदम्. We thank you all for joining us for this ritual of the Yagashala Puja as a part of the second day of the MahaParamashivaratri Brahmotsavam. We invite all of you to join us for the evening Yagashala Puja at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Thank you. Nityanandam.
கொண்டு வருவா